Hey kiddos, our next assignment for this unit, this color unit, is to create a disco ball. Now I had some issues with this one because I didn't have white watercolors to go in those spots. So if you have acrylics at home, you may use acrylics on this to go. That white acrylic will go over there, or that craft paint. If you have those little itty bitty little craft paints, you can use those to do white in the boxes that are light. I didn't have any of that at home. I was just using my watercolors that my kids had out of their craft boxes. If you don't have watercolors, that's fine too. You can, again, use colored pencils. Markers won't really work for this because you probably won't have enough shades and tints of a marker, but colored pencils, you can blend those colors, add some black to it, add some white to it, add some brown to those colors, and it'll change the color a little bit. Or you can do red on top of orange, or yellow on top of orange, or orange on top of yellow, to blend colors to make your different monochromatic colors of these. Have fun. If you have paint, I would love to see your paints. And I used color pencil on top of my watercolors to create these. All right, kiddos, we are going to start this picture off. If you just have colored pencils, then use tints and shades of one color. Color in the different squares individually to make it look like a sparkly disco ball. If you need an example of what a disco ball looks like, Google it up and see what you can find. I have found some paint sitting around in my house from my kids when they were little. So I'm going to start off with painting my disco ball with these paints in the primary, secondary range. So I am going to pick orange because I don't have a purple in here. And so I'm going to do orange, red, and yellow in this pink to try and get it kind of monochromatic, tints and shades of one color. Black does work, but remember, it takes over everything. So you don't want to use too much black when you're doing things. So when I am doing this disco ball, I am going to start with some dark shades, like my red, and paint this disco ball all over in some little spots. It's okay if they're different thicknesses of the color, because that's what happens when mirrors reflect. And I am going to end up probably coloring this, cutting it out. So when you paint, remember, paint using your fingers on the paintbrush like you use your pencil. Do not hold it way back here. It doesn't give you the focus, the fine motor skills that you need when painting. So I'm just putting lots of color down, different types of color. That red again. I don't know if I like that pink right now, but it'll do. The orange, the red and the orange are going really nice together. And I want this whole thing filled in. Some spots dark with lots of color, some spots light with a lot of water. So just mixing up that yellow and that red, that orange together to make it look kind of monochromatic. One color, tints and shades of one color. I might go back and mix some colors with black to see what happens. Just layering colors on top of each other. I'm losing my pencil lines, but that's okay. I can go back and fix those. Okay, my picture is almost dry now. I have a few spots on the edges that need to be a little more dry before I color them. But I now have picked out all my oranges and reds out of my color pencil container. And I am just gonna go through and add some color in these little boxes. And I'm gonna do different colors in each box. I'm not doing it too hard, that's why I put the other colors behind it. I want it to look more of a mirror type look to it. So, coloring in the squares. Okay, now that I have those colored in the light spots, I'm going to add some white. Maybe it's not really showing up. Maybe, I think I have some silver in here. Let me try my silver to see if that helps the light spots glow a little bit more. So I'm doing this like L shape in the corners to try and get those to pop a little bit more. You can do this if you're still painting with white. In the darker ones, I'm gonna use a little darker color, maybe some brownish type colors since I'm using oranges. And it looks like I am hurrying a little bit, but I'm trying to get these spaces more sketchy so they look a little more reflective. If I hurry, then it'll look sloppy. But I want to divide those little squares up. More so than they already have to make them look a little more reflecting, a little more disco-like. Again, if my white worked, if I had a white paint pen, I probably would use that, but I know you guys, most of you won't have those, so I'm trying not to use things that you wouldn't have. And I don't have one either, so. Okay, so I think I have pretty much every corner done. Now we need to go back and trace around the squares. Some of them are lighter, obviously, so we need to pick a whitish orange color, peach, to do that with. Again, if you have acrylics, this would be a good time to use a teeny tiny paintbrush to go around, teeny tiny little guy. If you don't, yeah, that's okay. Just use what you have, see what you can come up with, be creative, be unique, and have fun. So I am using the paintbrush, the teeny tiny paintbrush in the black. And I just kind of twist it around to get those paint brushes, those bristles a little smaller. I'm just doing a very neat painted line, black around those, blackish around those lighter or darker colors. We'll go lighter, maybe yellow around the other ones. Okay, so my color pencils are not working for white. I tried using a white crayon to do this. Nothing is looking as good as I want it to. So I'm just gonna keep going around it with the black and maybe do a few of them a little bit lighter like these and a few darker like this. So that's how I'm gonna finish this off for you guys. This one has crayon around it, so the crayon resists the paint.